happening? How are you today? I hope your day was good. I hope you ate something. I hope you drank some water. I know we're just not crawling out the hole, okay? We're just not crawling out the hole. So, but at least you still got it shaped, right? So, look, first we want to thank the Ola Room. We want to thank the whole Pleiadian Council, the Galactic Federation. We want to thank all the ancestors, all the Ascended Masters, all the Archangels, all of them, the ones at the north, south, east, and west posts, all of them. Thank all of the unseen community. I thank them all. I want y'all to remember something though. Remember, the devil gonna always try to get back in God's graces. All right, and remember, he got put out of heaven because he has an authority problem. Okay, don't forget that. So we're gonna come out of 2 Samuel today. Because, see, we come out of the Old Testament sometimes because those are the words of God, right? Mm-hmm. In the Holy Bible. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the Ethiopian Bible. Mm-hmm. The whole Ethiopian Bible is the voice of God. Mm-hmm. We're going to come out of 2 Samuel chapter 16. Mm-hmm. We're going to come from verse 12 to verse 15. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about Ahithophel's counsel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ahithophel. Write that down. Ahithophel. Mm-hmm. Now, I do want to explain something to us. The Bible stories, it's imperative because these are basic instructions. Okay? For our earthly experience. All right. So it might say Syria or somewhere else, but you have to apply it to you today. That's why this book is still around. All right. I ain't getting one. All right. So let's move along. Let's get to 2 Samuel chapter 16, verse 12 to 15. And it goes like this, 328 on the timer. It may be that the Lord will look on mine affliction, and that the Lord will requite me good for his cursing this day. Okay? Okay. So it may be that the Lord will look on mine affliction. So when you go to the Lord considers it because you come to him, you counsel, you sought counsel from him. Okay? All right. And as David and his men went by the way, Shimei went along on the hillside over against him and cursed as he went, and threw stones at him and cast dust. Okay? So when David caught wind of what they was doing, who was David? You and me. When you caught wind of what was going on, you consulted the Ola Room, your higher power, your God. And so he considered it. And so when they cursing him, it was nothing, dust. However, And the king and all the people that were with him came weary and refreshed themselves there. Okay? So that means the Lord protect you when they have a plan to do that to you. Okay? And who are they? The group, the family dynamics, the group and the family dynamics that you survived, that you left, that you moved on, that you outgrew, that you no longer resonate with, that you know what I'm saying. 5:44 on the timer. So I wanna let's go to, I said 15. And Absalom and all the people, the men of Israel, came to Jerusalem, and Ahithopel with him. Okay? So Shimei proceeded to curse King David. Right? Or in your text, whatever it is. Whoever Shimei is. That betrayed, that called themselves cursing the ruler, the king. Right? And his son, Absalom, whatever, and Ahithopel, all of a sudden they arrive. Right then and there, the other going to let you know that it's people that's real close to you that's going to wish ill will on you. Right then and there in 2 Samuel 16:12 through 15. He will tell you, he will directly get you to understand who is who. Because in the beginning of whoever wrote something, tell you who begat who and what case was what. So you know this is a family or a group dynamic right here. So that's what we're talking about today. Now, I do want to give two definitions. Absalom. Absalom is the treacherous son of King David who stole the throne. Okay? So it could be your family or somebody you know that is threatened by your God-given rights. All right? Just because you wake up in the morning and you don't look like you slept for 10 to 12 hours last night. People be jealous because of that, bro. And Ahithopel. Ahithopel was the counselor of King David. Ahithopel was someone that King David confided in. So Ahithopel betrayed King David not once but twice, because he got his son to be the treacherous son towards King David and stole the throne. So what is the spirit of an Ahithophel? Ahithophel is an evil spirit that comes with the soothing voice like God's, yet he is not God. Meaning, you going to allow somebody to come in and tell you something about somebody? Or get you and this person to go, or you to go against this, or you to start trouble with that? You're going to allow an outside source to do that? That's what this is talking about. And it happened before Christ, and it's going to happen after Christ. That's why we're seeking a Christ consciousness. Okay? This voice is to come. When this voice comes to you, when somebody comes to you with some he say, she say, or get you to betray somebody or turn your back on your loved one, the people you work with, the people you rock with, your everyday gang in this bitch. If somebody or outsider or anybody in that circle get one person, the person you love, to go against you, that's the devil for one. And for two, That was God showing you that that wasn't it, gang. It's time to move on. You was here for a job. All right. So, the channel song I got was Bone Crusher, Attention, God Is by James Cleveland. And the reason why these people do this, you got a Absalom, whatever the son's name is, Absalom, and Ahithopel. The reason why they're like that is because they bonded over trauma. Ahithopel felt like shit because he was the counselor of David, and Absalom, he felt like shit because some guy came in and raped Tamar, his sister. Not only that, but Absalom felt some type of way because Tamar was the sister outside of the marriage of the family that David and Absalom was a part of. So be careful of the advice, because some advice you get comes from the spirit of the Ahithopel. Always consult your higher self. You know, whatever is in your mind manifests in your heart before you say it out your mouth. So remember that. Take heed to that. All right. All right. How's your day? And so this toxic family dynamic in this group. So what else we got here, Spirit? So Spirit said we all have choices to choose. We have choices and we choose whatever our actions are. So the people you love and care for, the people you love and care for is the ones that have betrayed you the hardest. What you sow is what you shall reap. Y'all going through something. And just know that when you called yourself cursing somebody, they had already prayed to the other room, and the other room provided them dust, but they held all your stuff up. This anti-hero. We're talking about this anti-hero or this group or this family of anti-heroes. Maverick, risk taker, and rule breakers. So we talking about these folks. What about these folks? We gotta talk about them before we get to the rescue. They're outsiders. Spirit call them outsiders, and they're old outsiders. So these are ancient beings of the other side. These aren't the spirit. These anti-heroes or this anti-hero is not ancient being of the light. We're gonna keep all them. That's what Spirit said. Go ahead, keep all them, baby. Okay, yeah. Well, Spirit said it's the call of the night for that Joker. You know. So this anti-hero is this risk taker is I want to say something from Egypt. It's a misfit. Yeah. They got some kind of enlightenment about it being a call of the night for them. Well, we have choices. We have choices. Ladies and gentlemen, we have choices. And determines our actions. So, I mean, however it goes. Choices and actions. They want somebody that's organic to have compassion. But the other room told us that they put some curses. And now they realize that their curses is dust. So now they want to come with some compassion for some compassion. No. You have inherited what you wanted. Yeah. This high honor person is youthful. Eternal youth. So that evidently they recharge, they go within. In order for you to have eternal youth, you have to go within and seek Christ consciousness. Yeah. So this anti-hero that's old against magical inheritance, wanderer, high honor, idealistic person. All right. What Paul got to say about this? Clarify this anti-hero. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Anti-hero. Jesus in the reverse for this anti-hero, bro. Bridget is here. Inner fire. Could be a fire sign. That's an anti-hero that don't believe in Christ consciousness. Divine magic. Somebody about to lose it. This was the warning before your situation. Clarify this. Ancient. Discriminating against spirit. Doing a discrimination in the spirit. This family and group dynamic. That's what they were doing. Spirit give it a different charge. Spirit don't play discrimination. Yeah. We're just going to leave Jesus right there by himself. Yep. It's a dark message, guys. This is going to be a dark message. Yes, it is. Let banana clip. Let Chiquita. It's going to be a dark message, y'all. It's going to be a dark message, man. Yeah, it's going to be a dark message. They did this to somebody that's thoughtful and polite. Spirit don't like that. Spirit don't like that. Yeah. Their actions in the moment, choices, decision, base chakra. Base chakra, root chakra, that's living in your lower nature. That's lower vibrational, honey. Jesus in the reverse for this anti-hero. Prosperity begins. Damn. Yeah. Conflict and defeat, throat chakra. Yeah. Movement, choices, decision, conflict, defeat, throat chakra. So you can't say nothing. Moving forward. Or that's what you wanted to stop for somebody. Let's see what this is back here. Yeah, Spirit said that's to bring balance, my dear. Conflict and defeat, throat chakra, movement, choices, decision, and that's to bring balance. You got caught in all your lies. This family and or group dynamic. Yeah, because you brought conflict and defeat and you celebrated. Yeah, and you fed off of people's solar plexus. They creativity. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And you was lying about your creativity. Deception and envy. Yeah, watch out for, again, what they call Ahithopel. Clarify this, Holy Spirit. Jesus in the reverse. Are you serious? Anti-hero. You against the heroes. Jesus in the reverse. Yes. Well. Ain't that what you wanted? Ain't that what you wanted for the divine being, though? Or anybody? You shouldn't want this for nobody, but now it's for you. Anti-hero, ancient and outsider. Yeah. Jesus reversed, suffered in silence. Oh, ye of little faith. Material and spiritual prosperity. Foundation and achievement. Crown chakra. So that's what's on your mind. Yeah. 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 That's what's on your mind. Oh, well. Remember, that's an old wise man tells. What you sow, so shall you reap. And it also says somewhere in the New Testament, baby. Or whatever text you read. they got baggage, y'all, and they sad about the baggage that they was encouraging. They're sad about the Is that a mental health or what? Nah, that's base chakra. That's root chakra. That's living. You wanted to live in, as a creepy crawly, but portray. So you intentionally did this. So okay, well, you intentionally get the wrath of God. Unapologetically. Bet you gonna act right next time he sends some people your way. If he do. Look like you going up out of here. You ain't got no faith in nothing. Clarify this, anti-hero. Rebirth, growing, a new direction, transition, awake, judging, or being judged. For this anti-hero, because you called yourself casting judgment. Judge not, lest ye be judged. If you haven't sinned, then you need to throw that stone. If you have sinned, you need to shut up and sit in the back with the rest of us. The heck? You risk your soul. You ain't got, when I say you ain't got no protection, Jesus in the reverse, that's one card I know for a fact that would never be in the reverse. Clarify this. Ancient. Old ass manipulation. Ancient. You did some outdated shit. That's why you ye have little faith. All of y'all. Anybody that did anything that try to stifle your life, ruin your spirit, what? That's what they get. That's why he got us putting it out here, because we get to laugh at them. But since they want to do things behind the scenes. Clarify the outsider. Outsider. That's to bring balance. Many obligations. At the same time, the allocation of resources, support, skillful manipulation. That's why Jesus is in the reverse and you suffering in silence. Because it was skillful manipulation. With the magician in the reverse, manipulation followed by manipulation. This old ass manipulation with the black magic shit. Again, go read the whole chapter, man. Yeah, due to your addictions, your base chakra. It's a choice. Clarify nobility. 22-27. Yeah, somebody with that's high rank that listen to their higher consciousness, this noble person, high honor, high standards, idealistic, they actually walked away. They left. And they exploded. And they hit a turning point. They got tired of it. Of all of it. From the groups to the family. They got tired of it. Left the past behind. They went soul searching. Separation, change, and emotional intelligence. EI. So, yeah. Yeah. Clarify eternal youth. Absolutely. Save their life. Eternal youth. Yeah. They saved their life. They didn't see this coming. Thinking period. Dead and deadlocks. Yeah. Yeah. Eternal youth. Not sure. Temporarily balanced. Emotional constraints. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all sent energy to cause emotional constraints. Unable to move. Y'all did this to a high honor being. that live their life in high honor. This group and family dynamic. That all trauma bond for greed. For greed. This person was rooted, but they did it for greed. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus in the reverse. Yeah, it's not about to get nice. Let me see something. Clarify this judgment. I'll take that back, Spirit. Clarify the magician reverse. Magician reverse. You want the judgment. Idealism. You had an idea to do that. Yeah, it was weak. You had a weak idea. That's what Spirit said. You a weak bitch. Yeah. To have influence. For influence. Yeah. For influence. Clarify this judgment. Yeah. Need to innovate, restore health, pass time out, calm, relieve. Yeah, 4 swords. You under judgment for 4 swords. You got I guess Spirit about to lay your ass to rest because you ain't a child of God. You're not a child of God. You suffering in silence with no protection. You're not a child of God and you ain't got no protection. Clarify the magician reverse. King of Wands. Oh, Jesus coming. Jesus is here to take y'all. Jesus is here to do his due diligence. Clarify this Two of Pentacles reverse. Jesus reverse. Suffering in silence. Yeah. They coming to take your ass out. The exile. The exile. Yeah. King of Swords. Truth, control, fair decision, intelligence. Clear discrimination. So this outsider got too many obligations going on, so they want to balance something out with you. Clarify this 8 of Cups. So they want to balance something out with the high honor being. Two of Cups. They want to end the hostility with the high honor. They want to end the hostility. They better talk to Jesus. They ain't got no protection. That's the devil. Suffering in silence. Jesus reverse. Act of service in the reverse. Yeah. When you serve, the universe serves you. Y'all don't serve the universe. Jesus is not here. Clarify for them. Clarify this this 2 of Swords. Three of Wands. Yeah, because you want to exchange cooperation or you want to reconcile so you can expand for advancement. Are you crazy? You crazy, right? You're crazy, right? You're suffering in silence with no faith, with no, you ain't got no protection. That means you're the devil. What's the opposite of Jesus and God? The devil. What you want? So, this is about the fucked up ass family and group dynamic. This is what y'all want. Y'all got a bright idea because your magic didn't work. You are Ahithopel. Ahithopel. Yeah. Yeah, that shit's over with. Ahithopel. Verify this 4 swords with the judgment. Yeah, this and you went against and called judgment to kill somebody. The star, inspire good fortune, or you want to reach out because this person is good fortune and hopeful. Not for you. Not for you. Not for you. Yeah. You ain't coming here. Look. These people like you ain't coming to them. Yeah. Ain't no protection. Yeah. Yeah. Clarify this magician reverse and this king of wands. That magic went back to you. You want to go around somebody you hurt for protection. No. Oh, you determined to do it. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. But this store got a realistic attitude about the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So it will be conducive, like beneficial to you if you just go ahead and move around. Because the store in this situation, whoever this King of Wands and this King of Swords is, in this partnership that paid somebody overseas, to do a curse or curses on this high honor being. That's the store out here. They got an idea because they want to resolve their issue because they need protection. And now this is the group or the family and or both. Fuck it, all the above. But and the rescue. They want to be rescued. What would you do if they did that to you? Clarify this balance to bring balance to the King of Swords. This outsider needed balance. This outsider needs balance. Because you want to accomplish your curse. You want to balance your curse. What you want to balance it? So why would you want to go around the person you called yourself cursing? Why would you want to go around them? Clarify this 8 of Cups and this 2 of Cups. That's 10 Cups. Yeah. Walked away from this high honor person. Walked away. That means they're gone. Yeah. And followed their intuition. Exposed the truth, the secrets, and brought out the mysteries about the past. So, no. Clarify this 2 of Swords and this 3 of Wands. 2 of Swords and this 3 of Wands. 3324. You cause this eternal youth, high honor being stagnation, temporary emotional constraints, unable to move. And you sit back and watch them, and you got spell work done from overseas. And you was determined to control. You was determined to control. See, this anti-hero, so you against humanity. You under judgment because you sent death towards the star. A descendant master. This person is held in high regard in the spiritual community. And you had an idea to attack their inheritances, their gifts. But your idea reversed on you. And now you have a realistic attitude. You have a realistic attitude that the star has a realistic attitude. Your mind won over your heart. Ego, ego, ego for accomplishments. Until the secret truth came out, the tricks about the tricks and the lies. That you wanted to control the success of others. Yeah. That's what this divine being brought out. This is about this family group, fucked up ass group and family dynamic. Yeah. Y'all in regret and y'all blaming yourself about these stupid plans, about traveling. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all in regret about y'all's plans. That's faded though. Gambling, game of chance, karma, things change. Things change. Five of Pentacles for your past actions towards the Queen of Swords. And let that be the truth. Ain't that right? Jesus reverse. So, and again, Ahithopel is a person that acts of service in the reverse that go against the grain. That's what these persons did, these anti-heroes. They did a disservice. So now they're suffering in silence. Let the games begin. Now they realize that their curses turned to dirt. Yeah. Yeah, they sad about the baggage. Good. All because they looked up to you, so they wanted to tear you down. That's what I just saw. Look up, show up. So they look up to you, but you show up for them, and then that's why they did that. The current affairs is not today. There's no connections. There's no. Again, they've been let go. Good for you. You let them go. They had an idea to do this. This old ass, dirty ass Egyptian. Clarify this star. Watering. Make it a daily habit to provide yourself and others with words of encouragement, whether it through spoken or written means. Somebody that's nurturing this star that they wanted to call judgment on and take up out of here. This star is a watering being. This star provides encouragement for themselves and others every day. That's why they did this, because this person is a nurturer. Clarify the Seven of Cups reverse. Clarify the Seven of Cups reverse. Refined. This ancient one that the magic backfired, this King of Wands, Seven of Cups reverse. Is not refined. Again, Jesus reverse out here. So, a while ago, I did a read and I said these people did this before and they've been warned by spirit. Clarify this Six of Wands. Medical attention in the reverse. Regular health checkups and seek professional medical attention for health concerns and are critical for maintaining optimal well-being. In the reverse. So, this outsider, this loner, that's penny pinching, that's having many obligations at the same time, that was doing this King of Sword outsider that was doing skillful manipulation for success, they're unhealthy. Their health is taking a hit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they health taking a hit. Danger! Since they wanted you to watch your back, even though you was lonely, wanted you on the market. They wanted to sell you. Well, look like that's gonna be happening for them. Verify this moon. Yeah, yeah. So this high honor being that walked away from the partnership and used their intuition to expose the truth, that escaped the confusion, the tricks and the lies, and the hidden enemies, they're thriving. This high honor one. Again, we saw up under anti-hero that this divine being is watering. So this divine being nurtured. Again, it's always the ones that you've helped, cared for, and loved. All right. Yeah. These are motherfuckers that stirred the pot. And by you thriving, it's stirring the pot. Clarify the chariot. Yeah. So this youthful one that they had at a standstill that was stagnant, use their foresight and determination and start talking. Since these people old habits reverse. Yeah. Yeah, and not doing old habits. Yeah, because they wanted this person not to talk. So clarify watering current affairs. The star is watering, nurturing and encourage people currently about this anti-hero. Informing people about this anti-hero currently. Again, the devil reverses suffering. Jesus reverses suffering. Clarify, refine, reverse. Yeah, earthy, own it. Earth sign, own it. Yeah, earth sign, own that. Yeah. Yeah. That the magic backfired on you and the King of Wands. Clarify, this refine, reverse. 43, 42. Yeah, better together. Yeah, y'all thought y'all was good. Better together. Yeah. And now you're unhealthy. You're not clean. You didn't go within. You didn't. So how do you feel that you can go back to this person? Any of y'all? You're not refined. Your soul is dead. And y'all sad about the action that's being taken and exposed. Again, you need to watch the signs of the times. That means you need to pay attention to the planets. Clarify this medical attention in the reverse. Yeah, you succeeded at bad health. Low self-esteem. Yeah. You've been released. You've been dropped. Outsider. You've been dropped. You're unhealthy. Yeah, you've been dropped. Yeah, you got dropped like a bad habit. You're not confident. What you did wasn't confident. You barely getting along. Yeah. Due to your actions. Who cares? Those are your actions. You sad about your y'all sad about all y'all's courtships because y'all seen in a dark light. Clarify this thrive in this community. Yeah, the community was doing this shit up under the moon. Confusion, tricks, lies, hidden enemies. They was doing shit behind the scenes on somebody that was thriving. This community was, which is a group and or a family dynamic, right? So can we say it's a cult in your family? Yeah, forward. Yeah, they started moving. They was in a stagnation, and then hold on. That's what you thought, huh? Clarify. Because they got footing. Because they went within. Again. See, you guys wanted to play with God. Not realizing that God is. So since you guys wanted attention, God said, all right, remix. That's what God said, right? And he also was like, all right, so no protection. Right? No protection. The devil on y'all heels. Y'all suffering in silence because y'all should never did this to anybody. Yeah. They started talking because they was making progress and they was loyal to themselves. Not today. Not loyal to nobody. Not today. That's to be fair. This was an act of disloyalty from everybody. Whoever did it. That's to be fair. You see, she got on her suit. She comfortable in court. Hereditary ancestors. Family of this advisor. This group and family dynamic. Mm-hmm. Regine. Magician reverse. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't play with that. Me don't play with that. Spirit don't play with that. Spirit say, me don't play with that. Because, again, a voice that sound like God, that wasn't God. So guess what Spirit did? Said, okay, we about to set it on. Yeah, because Spirit loyal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is the day that God said, we gonna show and tell. Yeah, and look, ancestors behind the scenes laughing, and they encourage, they laughing, the ancestors laughing, because this hypocrite was encouraging bad things that they was doing. It's called projecting. Yeah. So, verify this, start talking in traction. Who did this? Yeah, because they had strength. Yeah, this one with eternal youth that was stagnant, that used their foresight and their gifts to move forward, and they started talking because they got footing and they run the alarm because they listened to the sound of the trumpet. They used their strength. Hi, big baby. I want to go. Oh, wheel. No, wheel. Oh, yeah. Clarify the community. Thrive the community. Yeah. Y'all was putting into it. Y'all was using the flowers. Yeah, this good gentleman. Y'all was doing herbs. Some kind of herb. Y'all was doing shit behind the scenes. Stealing energy. This community. To slow somebody down. This really happens in real life. Y'all was energy harvesting off of this good, polite, and thoughtful, well-mannered person that is high honor in spirit. That's why y'all ain't got no protection. And you gotta know when you doing things like that, God sees all, and the one you targeted, he's gonna reveal you to them. Good gentleman, male, sober, thought, wise, supportive, boss, guide, father figure, also known as a leader, also known as the emperor. Yeah, y'all was doing this. And you got proved to be a fraud through spirit. Yeah, facing endings. Again, we know that the Ahithopel spirit makes you do that. Makes you turn in on yourself because you ain't good. You not good. Because you know, all of y'all know what y'all did was wrong to these people or this person. Clarify medical attention, reverse, and release. Yeah. Restricted. Limitation. Restriction. Stifle. Constraint. Isolated. Confinement. You're getting locked up. You've been restrained spiritually already. You've been restrained spiritually. You've been restrained. You facing limitations spiritually already. We're going to leave that over here. Yeah. But see, this was voluntary. Remember, we all have a choice when we decide to take action. You can't say you didn't know this was inhumane on any aspect of whoever the fuck this is. This is everybody targeted this high honor person because y'all got a shared hatred for amongst yourselves. Whatever y'all projected towards this high honor, DF or DM, whatever y'all projected, that's the issue in y'all. So it's a disdain about yourselves that y'all, it's a common disdain amongst yourselves about yourselves. That's why y'all ain't got deep, because ain't no truth in y'all. But you ain't fucking breathing. Family secrets. Secrets is exposed. Yeah, they have the strength. Oh, you energy harvesting. Refine, reverse, and better together. Yeah. What you thought? If y'all don't know it's fated. I read it to y'all in the word. It's fated. When somebody call themselves cursing you and you walking the upright and you has an Elohim, it's fated. God catches it. It turns into dust coming towards you. But he sending that shit right back. It's going to always be on their mind. Clarify this watering and current affairs. Main male reverse, which is the good gentleman, the boss. Yeah. Current affairs. Under judgment. Main male is in the reverse. Because you watering. The star is encouraging and alerting people. Yeah, because this bitch is a dark high priestess. And they under dark judgment. Why they under dark judgment? Because they not protected. Yeah, and they went against the main female who was a high honor being about some work. They did work on the innocent one. Clarify this main male reverse. Current affairs for this main male reverse. Unchanged. No movement. Change reverse. Movement reverse. Adaptability, relocation reverse. Travel reverse. Career change reverse. Restlessness reverse. You've been stopped. Current. Because this high honor being spoke up. Yeah, the star spoke up. The one you tried to suppress. That's why she's the dark star. You tried to suppress it. Clarify this better together fatality endings. Yeah, dark code, misfortune, bad outcome. So you did this because you want them to have Wheel of Fortune, the dark Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, under dark judgment. Clarify this release limitations in all partnerships. Clarify this good gentleman in the community. Good gentleman and community. They sad. All of them sad. This good gentleman and the community. They sad because you thriving and you expose what they was doing around the moon phases. But again, not understanding why you would be stressed out, distraught, grieving. I'm not understanding why you would feel all this when this is what you wanted for the high honor. This is what you wanted for God's chosen. The person that actually, because God chose you too, but you chose. We all have choices. So this person depends and call on the Olarum, the El Shaddai, whoever they call God, the Elohim, whoever they call him. This person followed the sword. And you thought you doing magic was going to affect this being because you are empty. That says a lot. Pop the top and let the sun shine in. Clarify distraction and strength. You damn right. I'll get you a glass. Got traction on the devil. Yeah. Put the dro in the wind. Yeah, what you thought? What you thought? For that high honors. For that high honors. You right. For that high honors. Yeah. Yeah, for that high honors. Yeah. Unexpected money. Yeah. Prosperity begins. Yeah. Love and privacy. So you back on track, baby. No more stalking you. No more hidden investigations. Nothing can be with you. Your intuition on point. Moving forward. You'll be getting a letter about this dark exposure of this military person for theft to cause destructions. About a court date. Okay? In the near future. Long road ahead. Road ahead. Diligence, path, distance, long time. For a long time. Okay? You get to make a difference for humanity. Okay? Jesus reverse. Ooh. You ain't no killer. Killer. Yeah, ancestors want to do theirs. What time did you eat this morning? You ate at 8:40. You ate at 8:40, so you get okay. 1 hour and 49 minutes. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for all that you do. We thank you for clarity. We thank you for discernment. We thank you for prosperity. We thank you for all that you do. We thank you, Spirit, for being connected to us just as much as we're connected to you. When you serve, the universe serves you. Ain't that right, Spirit? Yeah. So they're suffering in silence because they didn't serve the correct way. They didn't serve. They didn't do acts of service. They did it all for greed. 7 deadly sins. Clarify this change, reverse, and this main male reverse. 9 of knives. Toxic. Anxiety, worry, sleepless nights, hunger, thirst due to your actions. Clarify this Wheel of Fortune and Fatality. For them dark plans. Ended those dark plans. Yeah. You in your head because you couldn't change nothing. You couldn't take the main male out. You out. You stopped. The changes you made stopped you. That's why you in a 9 of Swords, because you ain't no killer. You betrayed yourself. You let Absalom, you let Ahithopel get in your head, and that's why you got caught. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't know? Surprise. Because you ain't no killer. Clarify this prison and courtship. Prison for this business. Friendly encounters, club, seduction. Restricted for seduction. I have STDs. Yeah. Yeah. The betrayal of the Empress. Courtship in prison for betraying. Yeah. Hermit reverse. You can't hide no more. You've been dragged outside to Front Street. 10352. Breaks down to 3. 133. Again, one life, 33 cycles. Master it. Clarify this sorrow and this good gentleman is sorrow. This boss is sad. For what? For what? In the same row, you got nine of Swords and the sorrow card. For what? About your forward movement with this conflict, deceit, and for new beginnings and financial reasons. All right. Ooh. Clarify this devil and the strength card. 5 of Swords in the reverse. When this high honor, youthful, you want to steal the youth, right? Start talking. That's when they really cut your tongue out your mouth, didn't they? Because we saw in one of them decks that your throat chakra, you know, because you've been lying so much, nobody want to hear you. You thinking about your material and your foundation, crown chakra, that's on your mind. Stand your ground. You wise. Instead of moving forward, you've having obstacles. You got to stand your ground and you're not protected. Due to the fact you conjured all this up, all of y'all. Clarify this devil in this 5 of swords in the reverse. That was stated. Aunt Caroline, you ain't know Sloopfoot was going to pop out. See, when you don't serve the universe don't serve you. Y'all don't pay homage. Y'all don't give respect. Respect your elders, not these people on the earth. Your ancestors. Clarify this hermit reverse in this contract, this courtship. Close the cycle on it. Yeah, cycle closed. You exposed. Lights on you. The sun is at night too. Yeah. This Queen of Cups did that with her intuition. We saw that up here. Yeah. Clarify this 3 of 6 in the Wheel of Fortune. You didn't know that's 3 of 6 is the 3 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune is the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. For that, the seat and them burdens. Yeah, the burden. Yeah, and what was the deceit? You tried to block somebody's forward movement, every last one of y'all. Y'all all had a shared hatred. What was the shared hatred? Because this person actually lived their 9 lives. So you was jealous. You shouldn't be jealous. That's ego driven. Now you're burdened. Clarify this 9 of Swords and this change reverse. King of Swords, Father of Knives. King of Swords, Father of Knives. You in your head. Because nothing changed. You ain't stopped nothing. You an anti-hero. The Spirit says, y'all. Yeah. For Pentacles. Judas. Y'all Judases. However, y'all carry this. Y'all listen to the spirit of Ahithopel over God. Pick up your text. Clarify the Father of Knives and the 9 of Knives. That's 10 swords. 5 of Pentacles. Damn. Let me know how that feels. But see, Spirit ain't going to let y'all up off of this stagnation. Because this was self-induced. You're going to always worry how to get out of this. And that's going to block your creativity. That's the plan. It's called mind manipulation. Mm-hmm. Clarify this 7 of Swords and this 3 of Wands. That's why it's very hard to distinguish schizophrenia from spirituality. Because it's mind play. It's mind fuckery. Where's the war? Inside of your head. In between your ears. Yeah. But see, everything is blocked for y'all. Judgment. You're shocked. Them bones. So they got that body. That body popped up. And the other one. You getting charges? Yeah. 7 of Swords. Yeah, you was planning and trying to pin a body on somebody. Clarify the World in the Hermit reverse. You was trying to say somebody did drugs and they killed somebody. That's what y'all did. Clarify this world in the tournament reverse. Yeah. 5 of Cups reverse. Yeah. You didn't regret trying to shift the universe. You didn't regret it. So that's why you out. That's why you on Front Street. Yeah. About that bread. But remember, money is the root of all evil. Judas traded Jesus for pentacles. Ain't that what y'all did? Y'all traded a beloved for pentacles. Lost everything. Beloved still got everything plus some. You see what they're saying? With God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. Clarify this sorrow and this chariot. Ace of Cups. You sad because this divine being moving forward get love. What you sad for? Again, you're a whole demon. You think somebody will give a fuck about that? You're a whole demon. You listen to the spirit of Ahithopel. Don't nobody care. Once they, because in every courtroom, again, they say in God we trust. So, I'm not fucking going to the word to fight off of your demons. It's not a crime. It's actually an upright. I don't give a fuck about that. Nobody cares. Clarify this ace of cups and the chariot. You sad because a motherfucker is good. 7 of cups. Love, opportunities and love. 7 of cups. Protected. They know what to do. They know what to do. Manifestations are within reach. This King of Pentacles reversed. 9 of Cups reversed. Betray their own foundations. I hate to feel this. Clarify this 5 of Swords reversed and this Wheel of Fortune. 112.58. For greed. For greed. For greed. Because of their roots. They deeply connected to their roots. This divine, this high honor being that got eternal youth. Grab the devil with all their strength. Inner strength. Defeated them at their own game, right? That was fated. Because they connected to their spiritual roots and their ancestry. Don't call on no deity but Jesus. But y'all motherfuckers didn't call on Jesus. Yeah. That was independent and responsible, Spirit said. Independent, right? 9 of Pentacles. You reap what you sow. Reap what you sow, King of Pentacles. Oh, we already. Ancestors is funny. They keep laughing. You gave them grace, and they did this to you regardless of the fact. You even encouraged them. And they was a hypocrite. And they encouraged the hypocrisy too. They would talk about you behind your back, but They will call you and tell you they ain't got no food, right? But they will call somebody else and talk shit about you. Don't listen to the spirit of Ahithopel. Spirit got me telling people what's up because we don't need to be deceived anymore. Move yourself. Spirit said that was a form of encouragement that I just did. It's okay. Solitude is the best way. They've been warned. Everybody's been warned. And this was an insult to the Holy Spirit. Yeah. Off of rumors. They feel like they are an insult to themselves, but this was an insult to spirit. Excuse me. Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Pentacles. Regarded. They did it just because. Like they didn't care. Regardless of the rumors that they spread. They want to return because they need protection. No. Attention. They're mad. Because they realized you were their spiritual test and connection. What you mad for? Rumor about how things was when y'all lived together, or when y'all was together. Rumor about when things was when y'all was together. Lied about their greed. Laziness and cleanliness. Sit back and watch. Yeah. They lied about all that. They lied about how you taught them some things, facts about life, and how they lied about it. So now they're thinking about it. They're studying it. Like, oh shoot, it's too late. Again. What's the rescue? The rescue is Jesus reversed. Yeah, anticipate that they should have made a better decision. They should have thought, Lord willing, the creek didn't rise. You know, she got faith. They should have stepped out on faith. They stepped out on blind faith. With that King of Swords and that Five of Pentacles. Yeah. They stepped out on blind faith being an anti-hero. They did it at no matter the cost. Strong faith in it. Look how she out there in the creek. It's daytime. Looking crazy. Clarify the Seven of Swords and them bones. Yeah. They didn't know how good they got it until they made the wrong decision. Yeah. To try to deceive somebody. Now they under judgment. Now they realize how good they had it. And how they made the wrong choice. No, nothing heard, but clarify the world and the Five of Cups reversed. The temperature reversed. It was off. It wasn't a good max. It didn't mix well. That temperature is off. We cold to it. The temperature ain't it. Yeah. Indecisive. Temperature reverse. Stay inside or outside? Outsider. Outside. Temperature reverse. Flaky. Off of speculations. They've been warned. Clarify this Ace of Baskets and a Seven of Baskets. Gossip. A dog that brings a bone will carry a bone. Mm-hmm. They gossiped about this high honor being. Mm-hmm. About the forward movement and how they're protected. They was gossiping about it. Who cares? Gossip about the truth. Yeah. Because of their own greedy. How they was relentless with too much. Greed. Gluttony. Clarify this wheel of fortune in its four of pentacles. 12048. In real time. This is present day. So heavenly bound, no earthly good. That's for this high honor being that has eternal youth. And they clean. Mm-hmm. They keep a house clean. Don't write a check, your ass can't cash. That's what Spirit said. Especially the ones who is not protected by a Holy Spirit. Right? Who don't have connection to the Holy Spirit. We're going to do this one, Spirit. We did this to an incarnational. Mm-hmm. Clarify, anticipate. What does anticipate? Oh. So they experiencing breakups. These anti-heroes, they're losing their people and their connections. Yeah, especially the ones that they. Mm-hmm. Clarify appreciation. Clarify appreciation. Mercury retrograde. Mm-hmm. Mercury retrograde. So the judgment, yeah, we appreciate the judgment around Mercury retrograde right now. Mercury is in the heart of the sun. Clarify temperature reverse. Yeah, because that shit was short lived. Clarify temperature reverse. 12306. Let's go! Yeah, you see the butterfly? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Temperature reverse. They have no choices. They can't make a choice. This outsider, they cannot make no choice. Again, we saw that the throat chakra, they can't say nothing because they throat chakra. They're told to shut up. Mm-hmm. They gossip about an air sign. Clarify this gossiper of this air sign that's connected to spirit. Clarify this gossiper. Mm-hmm. Communicate. Earth sign reverse. Mm-hmm. They gossiped about the communication between this air sign and this earth sign reverse. Yeah. Fire sign. How they wanted to come back because they needed support. Yeah. And they wanted to send a water sign. They said, yeah, because they're a narcissist. And now they facing obstacles. They wanted to bring obstacles to an air sign. Clarify real time. This shit happened in real time. Current day. So we're living the prophecy. Yeah, short lived. Yeah, that was a risk. That was a real time risk. Problems with addiction, gambling, and bad finances. In real time, these people is facing. That's right. Spirit said, I ain't got no oracle down here. Alright, so we're going to use one of these because Spirit said give an oracle. Watch this. Like this computer just running. 125.58. So we know the ones that ain't got Jesus is suffering in silence. The ones that don't believe in a higher consciousness, Christ consciousness. Or think, think outside of the box as far as their conscious go. These people don't have that. They suffer in silence. Clarify this. What's the overall message? Can we get 5 spirit, please? And thank you. Spiritual strength. Somebody out here use their spiritual strength to get through this high honor being that has eternal you. Clarify spiritual strength. Yeah. And they're suffering emotional loss because they're suffering in silence and they have an emotional loss. Again. Clarify this spiritual strength. These people is having emotional loss. These people that's not protected. Clarify this spiritual strength and emotional loss. Prosperity begin. Due to the emotional loss, you beefed your spiritual strength up during your emotional loss. And now your prosperity begin because all the hard work you put in paid off. You put it in through your faith instead of you retaliating in a physical, because earthly is temporary. If you retaliate on a mortal level, again, life is all about mastering the mind. All right. Clarify prosperity begins. Yeah, and guess what? People is going to try to sneak you and envy you because they're suffering emotional loss. Isolated. They do that in private. Clarify prosperity begins. They trapped these people that have an emotional loss. They trapped in fear because they're trapped in fear because of your spiritual strength. They have an emotional loss because of your prosperity began. Yeah, because you moved on and you got a firm foundation. You won through a spiritual union. You got victory in your spiritual union with the other room and whoever you subscribe to. Clarify this trapped in fear by telling the truth about the block, financial, and the material. Yeah. About the people that was doing behind the scenes in the shadow against the sacral chakra, your creativity. Yeah, you saw this through your third eye when you had your spiritual transformation and your solar plexus activated. So that was destiny. That was fated. So until next time, take care of yourself and remember to keep your spirit first. Always do something towards your spiritual hygiene every single day. Whether if you read one scripture or 2 words out of your sword, that's enough to protect you. Remember, we was taught faith as much as enough as a mustard seed. You can have just a tiny bit of faith, but these people didn't have any faith. That's why they're not protected and they suffering in silence. Everybody that's involved, whether if you know them or not. So, Ashe.